All right.
Peace and love, family. I'm gonna hang up on you.
Don't make me cry, cause they don't know.
I think your screen is froze, Miss Kendra. Kenda. So we're gonna wait to see what she doing. Peace and love, family. How y'all doing? Come on in. Let's see. Who we got? Who we got? Just waiting for Miss Kenda's phone to come back and shake back. How y'all doing tonight? Y'all know we got the topics. We got the 4 elements. Now I know y'all probably thought this was gonna be a broad discussion or a big discussion, but the 4 elements are pretty simple. We're gonna also talk to you guys about researching the steps and the tools that you need to do a proper research on anything. Well, let me see what's going on. Hold up. There you go. You back?
Yeah, I'm back.
So I just
Phone didn't want to act up.
it didn't want to act right.
Mm-mm.
Okay, make sure you're in a good spot because it was messing up when I was talking to you on the phone too.
Okay, I have it on my laptop now. So.
Okay, all right, there we go. So I was pretty much breaking down to people the discussions today. We got the 4 elements, which are pretty simple, 4 little elements, but at the end of the day, these 4 elements are used in pretty much everyday things that we do, down to the Christian person, down to the Muslim, down to the atheist, down to the drug head, down to everybody. I could pretty much wrap a circle around all these people using the elements and don't even know it. Also, we got conducting the proper research. And we're definitely going to use some subjects today to show you guys how we're going to, how will we conduct an investigation on a topic or a discussion and see what we come up with. But how you doing today, Miss Kendra? You want to talk to the people and tell them?
Good. Hey, everybody. Hey, family. How's it going? Peace and blessings to all. I actually got one of these topics from Miss Laura because of her experience without having sun. So that's really one of the key points that I wanted to speak about today is making sure that you get the correct amount of sunlight. Now, I'm not saying to just go head out there now, like tomorrow, and just sit out in the sun for hours because your body is not used to it. So you can't do that. You have to be able to ease yourself into it and then get used to it. And then that way you'll be able to function and the sunlight will be, much better for you. One thing that I do want to make sure that everybody does, regardless of like how I heal myself or this person heals themselves, if you don't know your body and yourself, then we can't help you. You have to learn your own body and understand everything that's going on with your body. Like understand the key movements, learn how your body feels if you drink not enough water, whether you drink enough water. Your body should be able to speak to you and you should be able to speak to your body and know exactly what's going on. As far as the sunlight goes, a lot of people, we've always been told that, no, don't be out in the sun too long because of the cancer and all of this other stuff. Those stuff are myths. That's because sunlight actually encourages you. It increases your brain functions and increases things as far as your pineal gland and pituitary gland. It has a lot of benefits for you.
Oh, so
you want to say anything?
You see everybody saying what's up, huh?
Huh?
I say you see everybody saying what's up.
Oh, hey, peace and love, everybody.
You got
I was looking at that on the screen like, hey. Oh, I see Mo, Marcus.
Right, and Miss Smith say hello.
Shonda.
And Sister D say hello.
Sister D.
What's up, family? What's up, Brother Wendell?
Oh, you can't get used to the sunlight in Vegas. I bet you can. It's a whole different ball game over there. You got to learn
Right.
about the heat index and all of that type of stuff.
So yeah. Go ahead, sis.
No, I was looking to try to see how many people were actually live.
Okay, we got Miss Charlotte. Let me break down something real quick. Everybody who's in the chat right now, this everyday Monday discussion is not for me and Miss Kendall. This is really for you guys. We sometimes will pick the main topic that we're gonna discuss, but since you guys are in the group, this is how the alkaline community or the vegan vegetarian community stay tight and discuss subjects that we need to discuss. Because if we all go around thinking that we got the almighty, then it'll be a lot of misinformation being circulating, and then the people who just jump into this lifestyle will be confused, or it'll run them away from the alkaline community. So we just pretty much started a group discussion to keep us tight and keep us together, and don't let all these other little communities that then messed up their stuff and try to run over here and attach to this lifestyle. So that's what we're pretty much doing here today. And like I said, the subject today is the elements, and also how to do a proper research. How do we do research? Like, how do Brother Ashe do it? How does Sister Kendra do the research? You got brother will say it loud. Yes, sir. So, all right. As far as I want you guys to look at the human body when discussing one of the elements, which is water. The body, the earth, is 72% covered in water. Now, what the body is made of? The body is made of 72% of water. Isn't that crazy how the earth birthed something just like it, but you really don't realize it? So the earth actually is a mirror of you. Your body needing this certain thing. This is why anytime I decide to go on a fast to where I'm still going to eat just vegetables or something raw, I try to go to vegetables and herbs that have a content of like 72% water, because I try to eat what I'm equal to. That's what I try to do when I deal with that. That's why I love watermelon. I love a cucumber. I love mango and things like that. That'd be my go-to food 24/7, because I'm also a water sign. So I guess that's why I like being, connected to the water. So that's me. Now, also going into air, the breath, we already told you that. We can go ahead and eat the most healthiest foods we want, but if you cover them out for 4 to 6 seconds or 4 to 6 minutes, you're dead, So this is the actual breath of life that me and my brother discussed last time we was on here. So if you can pretty much tell, these elements are real significant. I actually heard a brother talking about, he was a Muslim brother. He was breaking it down to one of the guys that come through the little facility that we got right down Bayou Road, where we educate the youth and things like that and show them entrepreneurship. Well, he was talking about the elements, and this was before you brought the discussion up, Sister Kendra, before you said this. So the guy was like, man, 4 elements not everywhere. And this week he was actually smoking right then and there. He was smoking weed. And the Muslim dude said, look, dude, you use the 4 elements just not lighting that weed up, and you didn't even know. I said, I want to see how he gonna flip this right here. He said, what he said? He said, first you licked it. Now look, I'm not advocating you to go smoke right now, man, or any of the kids that's watching. But the saliva that he used was the water.
Right.
The earth was the green that he put in the middle. The fire was the one he put to it, and the breath of air was the one that he used to put it out. I said, look at this. I almost fell out when the dude broke it down.
Right.
So even in your everyday life, we using these 4 elements and don't even know it, sis.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with that. And you know what? And people still they don't even understand it because they never researched it. They've just gone by what they were told. I mean, just like someone told me today, actually my fiance said this today, how, people walk around in the barefoot, and, we all look at them like, why they don't have no shoes on? But at the end of the day, they're getting that power from the ground. We are the earth. And I was like, you know what? You actually have a really, really good point.
You open up my eyes for something I thought about too. All right. So being that we are connected, we are supposed to be connected to what I call the electromagnetic pulse of the earth. So us spinning fast, like the earth rotating or whatever, creates that friction in the universe, which is kind of like the brain, right? So you got the pineal gland and the cerebral cortex. They create the electricity. So now you got the earth spinning like this, and then you got us as a reflection of the earth walking on the surface collecting the same electricity. Example, I just now realized that it's two different types of electricity. And one of my friends, Yusuf, also discussed this. I heard Dr. Sabi say something when he was in Bahamas on the interviews about electricity, getting struck by electricity. He said that like that's how
You breaking up.
Time. And then the lightning that's in your house, you could just die from. Or they say we breaking up. Let me see. Okay, so we back, family. We back. All right.
Yeah, I can
hear
you.
It's breaking up, family. But if man goes inside and create electricity by making the oxide form of copper and carbon rub against each other so he can create electrical magnetic plant, if you touch that, you get shocked. But how come you could get struck by electricity and live? So I'm like, hold up, it must be two different types. Yes, it's one that nature makes, but she doesn't use the oxide form to make lightning because oxide form is not in the air. It's not hard pieces of metal up in there. No, it's in the air. It's in the air, it's in the breath. So here we go back to the elements. So check this out, sister. If y'all take, let me see. If you take some headphones from your house right now and you hold them up to metal, it's going to stick to it. So what that's telling you that there's a magnet inside of headphones. So I want you to go look up the experiment to where they put magnets on the bird's ears, on the head, because they wanted to know, the guys was doing research on how do the birds know how to migrate. So we found out they was connected, of course, walking barefooted, connected to the electromagnetic pulse, and it was able to tell which way to go. So when they put the magnet on the ears, guess what happened to the birds? They could not migrate at all. Example, we got our headphones, we zoned out, right? Not even knowing that we got electricity in our head and we hooking magnets up to it. So that's when we lose touch. That's when we lose touch with the elements. Losing touch with the elements, you got on rubber shoes with magnets on your ears and you wonder why you can't get nowhere in life.
Right.
Not to even add on the food that you messing up the breath, not being able to breathe no more.
Don't even speak on the Bluetooth. I had the Bluetooth in my ear, and that's just direct radiation messing up the pineal gland. It does so much harm to your body. It's like, you have so much radioactivity going on in there, and people like, you worried about a microwave, but you got a Bluetooth on your head.
Or your whole house is surrounded by Bluetooth technology.
Yes, the cars the cars have Bluetooth in them now.
Right. So right now, in this place that in this house I'm in right now, if it was somebody else's house, it would be if infrared lights everywhere right now, shooting off. If we could be able to show infrared right now, it'll be infrared everywhere. But it's one thing me and my family do here. We always discuss, and you guys should discuss this too. As a couple, you are business partners together too. So we discuss how could we stay the healthiest while doing business for the community. Well, always take all your technology and put it in one room. Don't be sleeping with the cell phone right next to you, people. and then wonder why you got dreams of being abducted and all this crazy stuff. Because now your thought patterns is all out in space now because they got the Bluetooth from you. They got the Bluetooth idea from humans. Remember that every technology that comes out is a direct correlation from what they study humans on.
Definitely. And it comes out somewhere else first before it hits over here. Y'all don't understand that. But everybody thinks America's is the greatest country ever.
America idea of trying to have a democracy may be good, but it ain't that. It ain't that at all. Let's go over here. Let me see. I thought I had a bunch of questions come up, but no, family. As you can see, this is how important mastering the elements. To add a little spookism in it, because I don't really know about the fifth element, but I know the four elements, when they're mastered, it's another gate that you should be able to open when dealing with the four elements. And it's just simple. Hydrating the body.
He's over there.
Being connected to Mother Nature. Breathing right. And also that fire. Not just practical going outside and knowing how to start a fire. We're not even talking about that. We're just talking about mastering how the element fire works as far as being, it can be dangerous, but we know all the other elements the same way. The wind could be dangerous, the water could be dangerous, and we can also relate fire to the sun. Now, Miss Laura is a person who can't get outside, right? I can tell you is one thing I recommend that everybody gets, because all of us right now are in 72-degree weather right now, called the A air condition. So I'm gonna hop out this house that's 72 degrees, and I'm gonna go hop in my car where I'm gonna put the AC on too, and then I'm gonna go in the grocery store where the AC is too. When have I ever got outside and got fresh air?
You haven't.
So now imagine billions and millions of people in the United States ask the question, why is America going crazy?
Because it's the age of people just not researching and just believing everything they're told.
Bringing up our next topic. There you go, sis. Slipping that one in.
And it's so.
Let's touch on that subject.
I'm not even going to say what I was just going to say. But, it's just so crazy because a lot of us, our ancestors fought for us to read. And to, everything is just like so moving so fast. It's technology. Everything is going crazy. It's just technology has made them lazy and everyone is lost. Like they don't want to pick up a book and read. They would rather listen to, the conversation and get whatever they can get out of it. And then they act like they know it. And that's why, certain things we can't even speak on, in the video, because we don't want to have that perception out there. And if you're not on the same ether, the same wavelength as we are, you're not going to understand it as we understood it. So I can tell you to go read a book all day, but if you don't have the same mindset that I have, you will get something totally different out the book and say that you got it out the book that I recommended. And it's something totally crazy and it's not even the correct information. Because some of the words that we even use, some of the words are not even, we're not even using them correctly. Like some of the stuff, you guys, you have to look in a dictionary. You have to be able to look in a dictionary, figure it out, cross-reference information, and then slowly educate yourself and then educate others. You can't just read it today and say, okay, I know everything. Because that's what a lot of people are doing.
That's true.
And you clearly don't know it. Like I see all these people, speaking on herbs. When you haven't even done herbs that long.
Yeah, I don't even talk about herbs.
Like I don't even really talk about herbs. Like if I see a post and I'll say, look, let me give y'all the side effects real quick. But to hear me really speak on herbs, you won't hear me speak on it. Unless, like, I've been fed up because I've seen everybody want to take wormwood because they're afraid of parasites. Okay.
You are the only
Sorry,
participant
sis.
in the conference.
Let me fix that.
Unmuted. Muted. Muted.
Hey, give me your cell phone. Give me your cell phone real quick. That's that background music from the line. I'm sorry, y'all.
It's okay.
Hold up, cause you was going in, sis. We gotta get back to that. Hold up. I'm about to spit something. There we go.
Oh, okay.
Miranda said, "Thank you, Jesus." All right, go ahead, sis, because you was going in, and it was getting hot just now.
Okay. Brother Mo said it's a mic check. We got you. So, it's important, for you guys to just do your own research. It's very, very lucrative that you actually learn how to research, because everything that we were taught in school, basically, I'm sorry to inform you, was incorrect. Because even back to the sun, they told us, oh, you'll be sick, but do you guys actually realize that direct sunlight to the eyes actually increases your brain functions and your pineal gland? I mean, it's a lot of things that you don't even know. You just accepted it because you were told and you were afraid of cancer. So you're like, oh, well, I can't be in the sun. But just like, if I can share Sister Laura's story, she hadn't been in the sun for months, other than her, random just transportation visits. So she actually was able to sit out in the sun for a while, and her cells immediately started sucking up the sun, and she immediately started to feel her body changing, and it felt so great to her because she was missing it. And then a lot of people who are, they say, oh, you're vegan, so you'll be vitamin D deficient. But if you actually just went outside to the sunlight, your body produces vitamin D from the sunlight. So if you actually just went out there and sat in it, you wouldn't have any of those issues. I see a lot of people saying that they take the supplements and stuff like that. What do you need the supplements for? Because your body produces a lot of these things. Just like, I see a lot of people taking the melatonin.
Oh my God.
To go to sleep. But little do you know, if you sit in darkness, your hormones start to produce melatonin.
Man, I used to take them pills, sis. I had the craziest dream in the world on the actual. I used to be like, man, you took the melatonin. Oh my God.
That causes depression and apathy.
There we go. What's that depression?
Too much. So when you have too much darkness in your environment, your body starts to produce the melatonin, and then you start to get depressed, and others start to feel like they don't want, feel depressed and apathy and lack of interest. You're tired. I'm not saying melanin, it's melatonin.
And
melatonin. They actually sell it as a supplement too, to make people go to sleep and stuff like that.
Right. I can't mess with melatonin, man, because like you said, I rather the natural melatonin that my body creates from the moon, and I rather my serotonin. That's why I said sometimes I be want to send Zave an extra special text when I start taking the herbs, and I wake up with the sun and I gotta go to sleep when it's dark. I'm like, damn, that be my body regulating. So at like 6 or 7, as soon as I get up to use the bathroom one time at 6, I'm done. I'm like, damn, I wish I could go back to sleep and get that. Look, Kendra say, here come Rasta. No, Kendra, Carol. Yeah. But no, sis, yeah, I was taking them pills, and them things was messing me up, and I had to realize that it wasn't the real deal. Right. Somebody on the internet, but look, just going back to research, right? So let's pick a subject of First, let me give you an example of me continuing my research, even though I dabble in certain things, right? So if I wouldn't have continued my study on red clove, because I know a lot of people throw the word out, red clove, this, red clove, that, red clove, but do we really know what red clove is? First of all, the name is just BS because it's not red. So just off the bat, we can't trust none of that information. None. So now we have to tiptoe around the subject. Here we go. What is red clove? Who gave it that name? Where did that name come from? Why did the crop appear? What does the crop eat? What does the herb eat? What animal eats the herb? Because if we watch what animal eats the herb, we can pay attention to their behavior and see right then and there. You ever see some products that say not tested on animals? Exactly. But when I get elderberry, I can say tested on animals because the animals eat the elderberry and things like that. So I see them. I know when the elderberry ready because I hear the birds over there in the yard. So I want them to pop up. But again, let's pick a subject like baseball. Baseball is such a broad subject, you know. So first of all, before we talk about what is baseball, we'll have to talk about where did baseball come from, who was the inventor of baseball, what country did it come from, you know, how did this start? Was it a fun sport? Was it this and that? So these are the interlacings of the subjects that we have to study when we're talking about we want to research something. Now, as you start to research, you can't go around telling everybody you know how to build a house just from watching YouTube. But now if you watch YouTube and go build a house, then you can tell people you built. So this is called researching and applying your research. My research, right? Before sometimes I'll go, when it comes to cooking, I'll try to do my own thing. Just, all right, let me take this, that. Right, freestyle. That's why, like my brother Rajna said, sometimes people ask me for recipes, but I don't work like that. My wife sometimes have to stand next to me and be like, oh, you put this amount, you put that amount, because I constantly taste my food, and I'll be like, oh, I need to add this. Or I need to add that. It's a certain taste that I want from it. And right. That's how some of my research come about. But that's called field research that Dr. Sabi was talking a lot about. Let me give you an example. He stated that he and my eye will go, and I also heard this from my eye too, they will go to markets. So you know how we do a lot of traveling. We go to Bahamas. We got Ghana on the list next, and we got Panama. When we go to these places, guess what Brother Ashe is going to do? You can do it too. We're going to go to the market on where people grow certain, have certain foods like this is how the field research starts. Now, once you see what these women use it for, you go around town and ask other people, look, what do you use this for? So he had accumulation of researching him going through different places. That's how I want to be. I do that when I'm in Louisiana. Every time I'm driving, I want to hop out the car and go see something. I had a lady call me today, said she wanted to stop her Uber driver because she saw so much in one of the videos we post. Because you know how blind we are when it comes to breaking up. Is it breaking up, Kendra?
Yeah, I can see that you're breaking up.
Okay. Just everybody, look. Press 1 if you can hear. I mean, if you can see me clearly. Now you're good. Okay. All right, family. Yeah. So, like I said, the sister, she said she wanted to hop out the taxi cab. I mean, the Uber driver, because when you see how free these herbs have become, and once you start to notice how nature just provided, they got this corner of the store right here by my neighborhood where we go set up at, that a lot of people who drink, right? They sit on the side and they sit on their little crates drinking their alcohol. But one day, me and my queen hopped out and we went to go in the store. So I passed out. I mean, I got out the store and I passed up their little spot and I saw right behind them were dandelions growing out the concrete. As I was telling them, look, I know y'all deficient in iron, And I know y'all ain't happy. That's why y'all drinking the alcohol. But here, I'm gonna give you a herb, liver detox. My wife just said it, straight from the herb. The herb was talking to him, but they could not understand the language. So that lady was happy that she understood the lingo now, being able to see such herbs in the growing out wild. So that's the importance, family, of how that lady took research that I did visually and used it on her outside world. Proper research right there.
Yes, very, very much so. But instead, we have people who will say, okay, baseball over here is ran by this person. So they think that this person invented it instead of tracing the history.
Yes, yes. So they may come to me and you and start talking to us about baseball from an American perspective. But then when somebody who actually know where the baseball come from start talking about it, the person from America is just going to be looking totally lost. Like, what is this guy talking about? You know, i.e. the example of Dr. Sebi studying what an African woman used to do. He didn't study what the African American woman did. He studied what the African woman did. And that's how he was able to come up with what we did not eat and what we did eat. You know, so that was also a powerful thing that Sebi brought for us. So
that's very, very much true. Does anybody have any questions at this point? Have anybody posted any questions or no?
Yeah, what kind of questions y'all got out there, family? I saw a few down at the bottom. Let me see. Let me see. All right, we got. Yeah, Rasta, he late. You a day late and a dollar short, man.
What time did you check in, Rasta?
Yeah, man. We told you Easter time too. Look at kid. Yes, Rasta. All right. Like I said, look, this is a group discussion, y'all. We got 17 in here. Hold on, let me see. I saw one at the bottom that was a good one. Hey, shut up. Hold up. Okay. Let's talk about how GMO food. Wendell asked the question. Well, he made a statement. He said, let's talk about how GMO food is a drug. I tried to do it, but these damn fries and chicken get me. How did you transition to be a vegan, and can you give me advice on how I can change?
Okay, what I did when I transitioned was I started just taking, different things away and replacing it with something else. I mean, that's the simplest way as far as like, I never ate pork and beef anyway. But besides like when I was younger. And then as I grew older, I was like, okay, I'm not going to eat that anymore. You read up on it and you decide. At that point, when you actually really, really research the animal that you are eating and you see all the bad stuff that it does, all the effects, I mean, really, really research it. Don't just YouTube it or Google it. Just actually really read it. You don't want to put that stuff in your body anyway. You'll be like, oh my gosh, I cannot. And you'll be sick from even thinking that you actually consume that stuff. So as far as like chicken, I replaced it with mushroom. Any type of meat that I did eat, I replaced it with mushrooms. I take a recipe and I flip the whole recipe to make it vegan and make it suitable for my needs. And that's basically what I did, because if you can cook, you can cook. You can make anything taste good. It's the seasoning that you actually like, not the meat. Because if you taste the meat without the seasoning, I guarantee you wouldn't eat it. That's how I transitioned. If you want to share how you transitioned.
I actually had to change. But anyway, it all started from me having to change my diet, because, I had to accompany it with the herbs to take care of my body and what I was going through. So that pretty much got me, you know what I'm saying? So even before that, I I was the person that loved salad anyway. I was probably I was the middle kid of two, and I was the only of three, and I was the only one who really, really loved salad. Like back in the day, I used to put so much Italian dressing that it was like a salad soup. Lips be all white when I ain't had no Italian, and they showed me how to do vinegar and stuff like that. So before that, I kind of slowly transitioned from the chicken to fish. So I consumed fish for a while as I got off the chicken. And then the fact that I saw, I did do the research seeing, that the USDA has approved the selling of clone meat to the American public. You can just type that into your Google screen to see all the documents and
you breaking
this
up.
a black that meat. Okay, let me come out. All right, let me know when I'm back. Am I back? Let me see. Let me take some of these things off of Wi-Fi. All right, am I back? I'm good?
Yeah, you're good now.
Okay, so I was pretty much saying that I'm the type of person that I don't want to eat nothing that's fake. Don't sell me a Corvette when it got a Honda engine in the inside. Don't tell me it's 100% juice when I look at the back and it say 10%. 10% real vegetables. Don't tell me that, what I'm saying? So discovering that I was being tricked and I was eating easy bake oven food, that's what made me transition a whole lot. I felt like I was being robbed every time I spent money on some BS food that I thought was real. And you could even look at even the rich people and even the drug dealers, even everybody had the wrong concept when it comes to eating. Here's the drug dealer with the Gucci belt on, Gucci hat, riding in a Bentley, but he stopped at the Chinese store to spend $5 and get a big plate. So everybody have the concept wrong when it comes to those eating habits and what we need to put inside our body. So that's pretty much the reason why I transitioned, my brother. What about Beyond Meat brand? Is that good? Brother Marcus asked that question, sis. I don't know.
I mean, it's better than meat. It's better than soy. It's like a pea protein, I believe. I still wouldn't consume it. But I mean, if you need to transition off of it and use that to transition, then that's fine.
Brother Foster said exactly what you just said.
Oh, okay.
Better, but look, I'm not lying. I might have to go taste that pea protein because I deal in the community, meaning that I'm in the streets 24/7. I had a lady come today and say, look, she was kind of upset with the health community. And this lady, she didn't even know Dr. Savior. She was from another health community. But this lady pretty much said that she needs transitioning. She needs ways to transition. And for people like that, and then she told me, look, I can't afford to go to the store and spend, this and that on that. So I'm also have to do a tutorial on how to go shopping and monthly budgets.
If you look at my group, I have a grocery list.
Right.
In the group. That if you go by that grocery list, it's one of the least expensive ways to actually start the transition. And I actually have a transition guide in there for people that aren't savvy. How they you got to be careful what they say because they go crazy. But I actually have a transition guide in the group that actually tells you how the correct way to transition. It's in steps. I think it's like a 5-step program of how to transition. The easy.
I definitely have a sister who's gonna come. Who's definitely gonna do a show. Miss Charlene. She wanna go ahead host one of her mama wellness, and she's definitely gonna talk about meal prep and stuff like that, just to help the people out. But yeah, the Beyond Meat, Marcus. That's definitely good for those people transitioning, brother, because it's hard for a person that their side dish is meat. So for people like that, we got to give them a substitute first and then bring them into the saving life.
Because if you just jump them directly into it, they're not going to be successful. Number one, they don't know how to prepare. Preparation is the key to this lifestyle. If you can't prepare, if you don't prepare, you're going to fail because you're going to have those times that you're just extremely hungry and you just want to grab something because you didn't prepare. You're going to come home from work, you're tired, you don't feel like, actually getting in there cooking something. So that goes to show that, okay, I prepared for the week. Let me go grab one of these meals that I've already prepped and just get it together. Because I know sometimes, like, I'll fuss my own self out because I didn't prepare like I should have. And I'm like, oh my gosh, why didn't I just prep? Like, I was supposed to prep yesterday. I'm not even going to lie. I was supposed to prep everything. I'll do my smoothie packs, do all of this stuff. But where I live at, I have to go like to literally 5 or 6 different stores to get everything that I want and need. Yes, I have to go to 5 or 6 different stores. So after all of this, then I come home and I cook dinner. I was tired. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna prep tomorrow and just wing. I'm just gonna wing it because I can throw a smoothie together in a second, and I'm good. But that was, after a while of transitioning and actually getting my body to adjust.
Right. Because you don't want to cold turkey this stuff, brother.
No,
you don't. Turkey, because I did, and it was dire consequences, family.
Right, like even as far as like the vegetables and stuff that's not on the so-called list and stuff like that. I say, listen, as long as you're not eating the pork, the beef, and you transition it off, that's fine. Transition. Take the time you need to actually transition, understand it, get your stuff together, and you'll be good to go.
You got a question, Sister K?
What did it say?
Let me see. I'll put it up on the screen for you.
Speaking about ground.
Yeah. I don't think I understand the question, Marcus.
Marcus, the parasites is in them animals that people be eating. Parasites in the ground. You're from the ground. You're from the earth. So what are you talking about? Those creatures that are in the ground and in the earth, those are your family. You should be at one with them.
You should be at one with them, man. I'll be running. Look, all parasites are bad, Marcus, man.
I'm telling you, stop taking that word, Marcus, and turning it into something else. Everybody's already on the warpath. Oh, I got parasites and worms in my body. I got to take this, and then they really killing themselves trying to kill a parasite.
Right. Look, let me talk about them a little bit. The parasites I'm scared of are the ones that come through the food because they try to use our body as a host.
Exactly.
Because the ones that in the ground, that's already their home. They're not looking to trying to invade. But if you look at the cricket, the parasite that gets inside the cricket and also the praying mantis, that's the one we scared of now.
Yes, that's the one that I'll be scared of. But other than that, walking on the ground. Before they invented shoes, we walked on the ground.
Right.
So, I mean, that shoes, all that stuff was created. All that stuff is finite. I mean, it wasn't here before. We really don't even need the shoes for us. Just the extra cost of money, the stuff that we actually just pay for.
I like that word, finite, for the finite mind. But yeah, sis, that's you're right. Brother Mo said he went cold turkey. Yeah. I tried to do. I did the cold turkey, and then I wound up cheating, going back. And then after I cheated, I kind of came to the realization that I need to walk myself into this door so I can stay for long term. But yeah. Any more questions, family? Look, we got the phone lines open, 605-472-4568. No triple O. And the access code is 493798. And we also have the broadcast box. So go ahead. Stop. Go ahead and put your comments. Anything dead can't give life. Right. That's true. So like the brother Rod said the other time, animals eat their prey with the blood on it because the blood still contains what we call oxygen. That's why if a lion eats a wildebeest, he'll probably spend like 5% some of the time licking them. And you're like, why is he licking them? Because he's getting the blood with the meat. So, they don't do like humans and try to separate the blood from the animal and then just drink. No, you don't do that. You don't do that. Like I got a lot of partners who I deal with in neighborhoods. who smoke and those people who do smoke, right? They ask me, like, man, I need some snacks. I need some good go-to snacks. And I told them, I said, look, bro, first of all, you smoking out of tobacco paper. I said, no, you need to get rid of that. I'm not going to tell you what to do and what to stop doing it. But then they'll go off and eat all type of crazy stuff. I said, bro, you got to prep everything healthy before you do anything, regardless of if you're a doctor, a lawyer, a street vendor, a wife, whatever you are, you have to prep for everything, or else you're going to fall victim to what the world has to offer.
Definitely agree with that.
Okay.
The last question we just had, we are not going to speak on that because we actually don't want any of the negative energy to be in this live, in this conversation. In due time, the answers will be provided.
Or like the title is, proper research will tell you anything. Okay. Are fruits, veggies grown in a greenhouse safe to consume? Now, we'll have to ask that question. Safer to consume compared to what is the question? Compared to GMOs coming out the store? Yes. But when we talking about healing, we always talking about things that we don't have to plant. Now, the stuff that you grow in a greenhouse, yes, you can use that stuff as maintenance to eat along with the herbs that you're going to get from outside. So the figs, the elderberry, the tamarind, the blueberries, the blackberries, all those things that grow outside naturally without nobody planting it, when you eat them, you'll get health benefits from it because the earth, the water, the wind, and the sun created that plant, so therefore it contains oxygen. Now, the one in the greenhouse, you got to think about where you're going to get the seed from. So we're going to go to the store, we're going to buy seed to put in the ground. But if it was good like that, you would just be able to go outside and gather your own seeds. See, I took Yellow Dock one time and I grabbed all the seeds off the thing and I came home and I just planted them outside. So now when Yellow Dock sprout, it's going to grow everywhere. So, But at the same time though, greenhouses are good, real good. So especially all you guys should have a garden. Me and my queen working on ours now. We're getting the what is it called? Compost box. We're getting a compost box. We're going to start our own dirt first so we can see what grows in the dirt naturally. But all you guys should have a garden, even if it's just a plant, because what you want to do is see if your lifestyle is going to be able to maintain a plant in your house. Meaning that if you get sunlight and you go outside, you're going to always think about your plant getting sunlight. If you thirsty and want water, you're going to go inside and go ahead and drink your water. You see what I'm saying? So based off of how you treat your garden and how you treat your plant, which is also revolutionary, that means that if you go broke, you can always go grow your own garden.
Right. And like my dad has a garden, a huge garden that we all go to and get our supplies from.
That's what we need more of. We need more of people doing stuff like that, like actually having, a community. All right, you can't come in this community, you can't buy a house in this community unless you grow a garden.
Monique, the transition diet is an ambrosia food for thought. I don't think he has the diet yet. I'll share it in his group though.
Yeah. Share it in there. Let me see. I'm trying to get the link for sister. Again, this is a 5-week transition I put together. Based on what I did before. Like I said, most of the things that you guys see from me is things that I went outside and actually did first. Oh, hold on. If I can post that in. No, I won't be able to post it. Let me see. Oh, there we go at the bottom. I'm tripping. I don't even know how to work it. All right. So I went on the 5-week transition for a while when I first bought my first male cleansing package from Zave. So in that cleansing package, I said, this cheap package that somebody will get a lot of, because the package is real everyday supply. So I did that 5-week transition based along taking those herbs. So If you don't have those herbs, you still can follow this transition. And I posted in the bottom. You guys can watch that video anytime for free. And it also give you ideas on how to create your own too. All right, let me see. Those McDonald's fries used to get me. Yeah, brother. Look, I want to tell you guys something. If you guys still want to eat bad, right? And not that came out really bad. But if you guys still fall victim to those certain bad foods, just try to make those bad foods yourself. So if you still falling victim to fries, make your own fries. Yeah. You know, that grease, this guy told me those McDonald's fries don't taste the same unless fried in the McDonald's grease. So they're both chemical reactions. The fries are a chemical in itself, and the grease is a chemical in itself. The same with McDonald's chicken. You gotta fry that in a McDonald's grease. You can fry it in your home grease, but it won't be the same. And you can't barbecue Popeye's chicken. I tried when I used to eat chicken. All right, let's see. You can barbecue it, but it ain't gonna come out the same. It needs that grease to activate it. Ain't no joke. No, it ain't no joke, Marcus. Let's see. All right, any more questions for the family before we go ahead and touch a little bit more? We got the phone lines open again, family. 605-472-5468 if you want to call in. Let's see.
I need to go to, let me go to Facebook. I can't see the question. Let me go to the questions.
You can't. All right.
I see them when they flash, but it's only like a quick second.
Like a quick second.
Monica, what's good? Pre-workout, I would say typically for pre-workout, I'll take some Green Food Plus Viento. That's always an energy boost. Or you can eat some whole fruits. That will actually give you energy too, based off of the natural sugar that's in it.
Also, the meal before you went to sleep that night is a pre-workout, meaning that when I get up, I'm ready to go. If I didn't have a sea moss drink, water will do good for me. And sometimes I like to fast into my workout, meaning that
Yes.
I like to go straight to my workout with just water. Then after my stomach and my body has settled, then I like to eat. But, those people who practice their workout like that, they started this method using chemicals, meaning they pre-workout with some type of drink that was going to get them hyped.
I get them hyped.
Right.
Yeah. Or what they call gym head, like screaming all in the gym. That's where the pre-workout comes from.
Yes, because typically I'll just have water or, I take sea moss every day anyway. So typically it's just water. Empty stomach is actually better because it targets the fat quicker.
Okay.
But you guys who work out, I challenge you to go work out in the field. Do a field workout exercise. When I tell you, it's totally different from the gym. I went to the field. My fiance, he's a personal trainer, so he's like, okay, we're going to the field to work out. Because I'm like, I work out every day anyway, so I'm good. When I tell you, I was like, oh my gosh, like this is extreme. I was sore. I was like, oh my gosh, I felt like I ain't work out. So now I'm like, okay, I have to go to the field to work out at least twice a week.
You talking about the field and just for workouts, sis. We went to the Kujijakalea farm up north in Louisiana. And when I tell you that when the sun started baking, people was falling out, dropping out like flies because they didn't consume water.
Right.
To where, see, when you consume water and you go outside and the sun hits you, the sun starts detoxing you. And if you ain't got, the process is going to hurt.
Yes, definitely. You have to make sure you have the adequate amount of water intake. When you guys feel that your backs are hurting and stuff like that, you have to understand that it's because you haven't had enough water for your kidneys to flush out. So when you say, "Oh, my back's hurting" and stuff like that, check your water intake. I guarantee you wasn't drinking the sufficient amount of water that you were supposed to be drinking.
Exactly. Remember I said, family, we are an exact replica of the earth. 72% water cover the earth. You're 72% your body, cover the water. So maybe 4%, 12% the breath, you know, but pretty much, family, yeah. So we gotta stay in tune with those type of things when it comes to water. When you get up early in the morning, like I said, the first thing you should drink, because your urine will be yellow when you get up. You gotta drink water. That's a signal. That's a red light for the body telling you we need some water. But sometimes we forget those things, or we may have habits to where we get up, we gotta drink coffee first. We gotta drink Coke or some type of juice. I don't even drink juice early in the morning. Juice is really accompanied probably about 45 minutes after I finish eating.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only juice. It's like how we used to do Kool-Aid back in the day. Well, you get this after. That's what I do. It's a treat for me.
Yes.
I already eat the whole fruit.
Okay. Marcus, post workout, I do a combination. It goes along with meal prep, I guess. You just have to really understand, how you're working out. But typically, I'll take some. I know everybody's afraid of the protein word, but protein is amino acids, so I use that so people in layman's terms, so people can understand. I make sure I have a sufficient amount of protein versus carbs, and I can just consume it.
So I pretty much, anytime you sweat, anytime your heart rhythm is up, and anytime your blood is circulating that fast, that is the perfect time to take herbs or to take some type of substance that would assimilate into the body. Let me give you an example. If you got the iron, the myotonic, we all adults here, and you and your queen, you guys just finished doing something, that is the best time to consume something, because your blood is going like this. It's going fast. And it can circulate and it can get to spots faster than it was when you just sitting at the house.
Yes, and you should take it before within 45 minutes of you completing whatever task you were completing.
Right. So pre-workout and a post-workout right there. There you go. When the diet you speak.
Of your phone.
Yes. The Miss Paula, I think I said her name wrong, Miss Wright. She asks, when the diet you speak of, will the diet you speak of help? Yes, our sister Queen Nubian, she's actually a sister who have been taking the compounds, Zave compounds, and she had lupus. And she actually, have her papers showing her lupus levels are no more. She was one of the GoFundMe recipients that we had, family. So for those skeptics out there that say the woman's product doesn't work, you're looking at a witness right down there. Another person said, I'm extremely anemic. I am 8, and I heard 13 is average. What's the first step to wellness? I'm always tired. So, Sister Johnson, what is your diet like? Well, stupid question. I'm sorry, because you said you're anemic right now. So, okay, let's look at some of the things that you eat right now, or some of the things that you don't eat. Do you consume what you say, sis? Okay. Do you consume any herbs that are iron based? Have you ever heard of the Maya products like this? Because I recommend that even if you guys don't eat healthy that day, you some type of iron product, because with the iron you get a balanced proportion of all the elements, because the iron is magnetic. It's dragging along trace minerals of all of the minerals because it's magnetic. So when you take that every day, you'll strengthen the blood, and you'll also correct the anemicness that you have. Let me see. So I hope you understand that, sis. That's how you'll be able to reverse that anemic state, because I used to be like that too, and I still do sometimes when I may cheat on things like bread and sometimes French fries if I'm in a.
You breaking up, Bolingo.
Cut me all off. Man, you cut me off the screen. All right, I'm coming. So let me see. We got then we got a bunch more questions, huh? Yeah, so it will help sickle cell, sis, and it will help those who are anemic. How much alkaline water do you recommend? I'm actually a distributor of alkaline water with a phone of 8.8. You want to answer that question, Sister Kendra?
What was the question? I didn't. It flashed quickly.
How much water do you recommend? Alkaline water.
A gallon a day. If
A
not,
gallon a day keeps.
yeah, I recommend a gallon a day. I mean, you can go over that if you need to, based off of your weight. There's certain calculations that you can do. I can't give them to you right off the top of my head, but I just recommend at least minimum a gallon a day. And once you start consuming a gallon a day, you'll be able to tell the difference between your body before and your body now. Your skin will be different. A lot of things will be different. As far as the way you use the bathroom, your skin, your hydration levels, all of that takes to play with that. But I would say at least minimum is a gallon a day.
Who's with you, Sister Tia? So she was on a hiking trip with you, huh? Yeah. So she came up here to learn, sis. I appreciate that. Let me see where she at. Yeah, sis. Go ahead and hook up with Sister Queen Nubian, and we can definitely give you some pointers after this video. Send you in the right direction to go ahead and get you took care of with that anemic problem. All right, family. Let's see what else we got. Any more questions, family? We got probably about 15 more minutes in the broadcast. So go ahead and put your questions down there. We still got the phone lines open, family. 605-472-5468.
Hey, Yusuf.
What's up with the youth? Why should my sister-in-law talk to who should she talk about lupus? Okay, Sister Monica. Now Sister Queen Nubian has already eradicated her lupus with the diet change and her incorporating herbs. So you can pretty much either talk to us. You can inbox me. She can go ahead and set up a consultation if she want, and then we can move from there to see what type of program she want to join to help her out with that. I don't understand the question, Miss Taylor. What's recommended? I think that's what she was going to put.
What's recommended for what?
No, I don't think she put that. She just put what's REC. Yeah, Monica. That's all you do. Go ahead, send it to the website. Do a consultation. She can either do it with Zave, Charlene, my wife, or myself. Either one. Let's see. What you mean? All right, y'all. I think that was. Let me see. Someone asked about cancer in the kidneys. Okay, Miss Wright. That would be. Are you asking me can we help that problem, or you're asking us to elaborate on cancer in the kidneys? Peace and love, John. So you can see it from Facebook, Sister Kate?
I'm not on Facebook. I'm on this app.
Oh, so you can see it from there.
I can see them. It's like maybe a little delayed, but I can see it.
Okay. All right. I was wondering why. All right. Right. So,
Do you have Miss Wright? Do you have kidney cancer? Is that what you're saying? You have kidney cancer and you need something to help it?
yeah.
Marcus, what do you mean by do you have to have herbs? Let me go to Facebook so I can make sure I read the whole question.
Well, yeah, bro. If somebody got cancer, I'm not telling them go to the recommended list. You know, I may tell them that if they tell me they broke and they ain't got nothing, no money to spend on nothing. I may, give them something but the herbs help the process go along faster and painless some of the time, because I think you can get there, but at the same time, you're still going to be eating the same bad food. So it's like you're going to reduce the amount of mucus that you're putting in the body, but at the same time, these herbs are like food. So even if you are let's say you just go on a nutritional guide, right, and you see some type of progress, you still need herbs at the end of the day, because herbs are food. Herbs are the food. We just putting them in the pill form because nobody's out there cooking with them. But a few. Myself, I think Crush does something with the cooking. My brother Rajna does something with the herbs and the cooking. Brother Yusef does something with the herbs and the cooking. And there may be other people out there that I failed to mention, but a lot of the people have to start. We have to start incorporating herbs. Oh, New Life incorporate what is it? Spanish needle inside some of the bread that they do.
Right. And I don't recommend, to be honest, even as far like when you have a disease, certain people can't eat from the nutritional guide. So that's why we won't direct them there. Once we actually speak to them and see what's going on, then we can determine, okay, whether it's okay to eat from the nutritional guide, because certain diseases, I'm not going to mention them because I don't want this to be misconstrued. But certain diseases can't even eat organic foods. You have to be able to, they can't consume that. So you have to be very, very careful when it comes to saying, okay, eat this. This is why they have consultations in place, because you have to be very specific and eating very specific and having certain specific herbs to actually help cure the process. You don't want to be, trying to heal yourself for 10 years after, just making it worse and worse and worse. You want to target the root problem, get it over with, get it done, and then you're healed and you can stay on the lifestyle and be healthy and enjoy life. Don't just, we don't want you to just exist. We want you to actually be able to live.
Right. Definitely flipping some of the recipes, because see, the more fun we have with this, y'all, the better it's going to be for other people who come after us to transition. Because regardless of what you think, everybody who's on this call right now or this chat right now are going to become pillars in the community if they continue to do what they do. So what we do in our entrance will affect our exit and how other people enter and exit. So if we're sitting up in here saturating the community with information that we're not really researching, because some people, I ain't gonna lie, they'll see alkaline and don't even look at the picture of what's going on. They'll have carrots and all type of crazy stuff in it, and they'll share it. That's how I know, with the old man who died, who got shot on camera. I couldn't believe all the people who were sharing that. But here is some information with Dr. Sabi that only got 11,000. And I'm like, huh? Why are we sharing all this type of information? Goes along with the sickness, though. Yes, Queen, yes. Queen Nubia say the consultation with people knowledgeable with the herbs is very important. That is very important.
Definitely, that is very, very important.
Would you want to go to somebody who working on cars who never did an oil change in their life? Would you want them to do your oil change just because they saw a YouTube video? I want you to think about that when you're talking to people who dealing with herbs. Do you want
You breaking up, Bolingo. You breaking up.
People who have healed stuff, and the next day I didn't have energy, I wouldn't make it again because I would know there's something wrong with the elderberry bush that I just got these flowers from. So at the same time, I always look for results when dealing with a product. Now, Sister Monica said, I saw a video debunking coconut oil. What's your thought on that? You want to touch on it, Sister K, or you want me to do it?
What? I'm sorry. What did she say?
I think it looked like your screen is froze.
I'm here. Can you see me?
Hold on, what you say, man?
How do you debunk something you never saw?
No, she said she saw a video of somebody debunking it.
They were saying what?
What's up,
Bolingo.
family? Are we breaking up or not? It looked like Sister Kendra faces at an unfamiliar pause right now.
Am I breaking up?
Let's see.
I don't know. I'm hungry or Zoe.
Hey, Zoe hungry. What's up, family? Are we live? What's going on? Press 1. Oh, Marcus, you can
said
hear
one.
us?
Okay, what was her question?
I don't know, family. There we go. Rasta, what you press 2 for?
You know he's gonna press 2.
Wait, I still can't see Sister Kendra, y'all. I see everybody pressing 1. Form sludge. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and touch on it if y'all can hear me. Press 1.
You can't hear me?
All right, so look. The sister asks, I saw a video debunking coconut oil. What are my thoughts on it? Now, 9 times out of 10, when people are debunking things, they're debunking store-bought products. They're not debunking actual coconut that Dr. Sebi talk about. The best way to make it is to leave the coconut outside and let it make its own oil and use that. Nobody debunked that coconut oil. They debunked the coconut oil that you probably see in the store and stuff like that. So what if they want to debunk the coconut oil? What about me going and actually eating the coconut and drinking the water? That coconut still has oil inside of it. So when I eat it, it still goes in my body. And it's still in collaboration with the water and the other minerals and nutrients that's along inside of the coconut. No, Sister Kendra, we can't see you or we can't hear you. It's your side of the screen is paused right now.
I wonder why.
So, Sister Monica, I hope that answered your question.
No, Bolingo.
I hope that answered your question.
Bolingo, you can't see or hear me. Okay, so it's Bolingo who can't hear me.
Oh, so I guess I can't see her, right? Let me. There we go. All right.
Okay. Good.
So, was I talking over you all that time?
Yes.
Oh my God.
But it's okay. No, because I was like, Bolingo, you can't hear me? What's going on? You can't hear me. But you answered it good, so it didn't matter.
Right. So they heard all that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Yeah. So that's pretty much how I deal with that coconut situation. Everybody want to debunk something when it comes in the store, but we already know everything has been compromised. A lot of things have been compromised. But if you guys don't have any other questions, we're gonna roll out. We got 10 more minutes till 9:30. Program is usually like an hour and a half, but if you got any more questions relating, because I know as soon as we hang up this, everybody gonna think about their questions then.
So where's Miranda?
She always had. Oh,
She back there digging in the watermelon. Y'all ain't see her carrying that watermelon all the way across the floor like that.
You saw that?
I saw that.
I thought that was her belly.
I started to interrupt you and say, if you don't get that watermelon,
Look over here. I told y'all this. I don't care what they say about.
oh.
I don't care what they say about watermelon with the stereotype. That's my favorite one, y'all.
Who asked about me?
Master.
Uh-huh. I'm not hiding. I'm eating and cleaning.
Maple syrup.
I'm doing woman's work around here.
Brother Yusuf said, "How can I deep cleanse my scalp?" You got that, Randall?
I'm about to get out of here.
Check this out, bro. I know this gonna sound crazy, but I just want you to try it. I hope y'all didn't hear that. But anyway, take the Maya, bro, the liquid, and put that on top of your head and let it sit.
Can you make
Rub it in. Get Sister Kendra, rub that in for about 30 minutes, bro. Every single day, put that Maya on your scalp, and then yeah, it's gonna oxidate. What you say, babe? It's gonna oxidate your hair, bro. Revitalize.
Yes. But what's the root problem of what's going on? Well, why is it why is the scalp dry?
No hydration.
Yes. Are you drinking enough water?
No, he works, so he don't get a chance to.
You better take that water to work with you and be guzzling it on down.
I ain't gonna lie, sis, when you at work, it's water pretty tired, but
When I was in class today and I had to keep getting up to use the restroom.
Yeah.
So we got market syrup. Bro, look, we get.
Breaking up.
I'm breaking up.
Yes.
Oh,
I can't hear a thing you're saying.
Okay. About
No.
why is it breaking up?
No, I can't hear you.
Good.
No.
Oh no. No.
No. Still breaking up.
Oh my God. What you in there doing?
Now you're good.
There we go. And you made me forget what I was about to say. Oh, maple syrup. Now, Marcus, I try to use local brands anytime I order maple syrup. I'll try to get it like wholesale from people who actually do this, like little small companies, because the small companies still have what we call How you know I was looking for that word? Integrity. The smaller the company are, the more they keep their integrity. But the bigger they get and the more expansion they can't keep up with public demand, they gotta always stretch it out and try to add compromise in their products. Which is it? Oh, cut corners is what. But let me see. There's some more questions down there, huh?
I think that was the last question that I saw.
All right, family. So I thank most of you guys for coming out and have the group discussion with us, because this is what it's about. It's about all of us coming together, talk about the facts and the information that's being discussed in the community, so we can keep our integrity. Because if we don't discuss these things, then we'll run around thinking that we're free, and we need to thing that we can lead to raise up around us that came on this call tonight. Marcus, I wouldn't not even coconuts. The scalp absorb things, right? So I wouldn't recommend putting anything on my scalp that's really not, you know, I probably that I wouldn't eat.
That I wouldn't put on my skin. I wouldn't put anything on my scalp that I wouldn't put on my skin.
Right. So we do this, sister. We do this every single Monday as a group discussion with Brother Ashe and Sister Kenda. Oh, and that's what I was about to say too. Miranda always put sea moss on her face and let it dry up, and then let the skin absorb it. You guys can do the same thing with your scalp.
Yes, I actually use Holistic Heights has that Dead Sea mineral mask.
Okay.
That was amazing.
So, Sister Paula, every single Monday we do this. So, I hope we see y'all next Monday. Share this video. Share every time we come. Like I said, this is our group discussion. Everybody.
Right. If you have any questions at all during the week.
Not just everybody. This stuff.
If y'all have questions throughout the week, write them down so that when it is time for us to have the discussion, we'll be able to answer all of your questions that you did have throughout the week. Or you can inbox either one of us, and we'll be happy to help you.
Because we love those ideas to be able to do something Monday. So if y'all got ideas, go ahead, post them on the video. We'll check them out later. With that being said, peace and love, family.
Peace and love.